Hail and good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the world, to all you amazing sons and daughters of Odin out there on the wonder that is Midgard. My name is Runic John, and today I'm going to teach you to sing a rune. Today I'm going to teach you to sing Wino, the rune of joy and happiness. But before we go into learning how to rune sing and singing Wino and filling our life with that joy and happiness, I'd just like to say thank you very much to everybody who've commented on my video, my first video. Thanks very much to everybody who's commented and subscribed, and it's really touching, and I'm really happy that people out there are interested in learning about heathenry and learning about reconnecting with their ancestral ways, reaching back in time and grabbing that golden rope from those years of yore and grabbing the rope from today and tying them together and bridging that gap through time and bringing the heathen ways now to live in the present time in the vibrant magnificence that the heathen ways are. So thank you very much. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to sing a rune and how to infuse yourself with its might and main, filling you full of its power. Might and main are two words from the heathen tradition. Might means physical power and strength, and main means spiritual or non-physical power and strength. So we're covering all bases here. I think there's a lot more people familiar with the runes today than there have been for a long time. They're on TV. You see them on the internet, and they're kind of around now, aren't they? They're getting the familiarity of tarot, and a lot of people do compare them to tarot. And I think a lot of people come to the runes with a similar kind of feeling that they come to tarot, or a similar need, and that is divination. The need to define what's happening in their lives, or the need to ask for help and guidance from the runes, as they would with tarot or I Ching or other kinds of divination systems. So they get viewed on the whole as a divinatory tool, and that is what they do. They are fantastic at divining the most probable flow of weird in the future as it manifests in our lives here on Midgard, though that is only a very small amount of what the runes are and what the runes are useful for. The runes for me are akin to the DNA of reality, our lives, the universe, and everything that is and everything that has been and everything that possibly will be. They are the component elements and forces that manifest in varied degrees of complexity in our lives, in ourselves, and in reality. So the word rune, if you don't know, it means secret or mystery. And it is the mystery of everything that is, the mystery of it all. The mysteries of everything are encapsulated in the runes. I'm sure everyone's aware that a rune has a name. All the runes have their own individual names. And within that name is a sound, which I call the key note of the rune, a key vibration of that rune that is specific to that rune. The name can be sung and the sound of the rune can be sung. When we sing a rune name, or a number of rune names, or a rune sound, or a number of rune sounds, we are evoking or invoking that power, the might and main of the rune, which we can then direct with our will and intent to perform or manifest as we so desire according to our will. So, before we go any further, I'm going to sing Wino for you. This is Wino. Wino, happiness and joy. If you're unfamiliar with rune singing or with the runes in general, then I would suggest that you listen to me singing a number of times until it's got into, so you've got that into your mind. Might be a good idea to join in with me as I'm singing and get a feel of what it's like to vibrate that rune sound and that rune name, what it's like to sing that rune sound and rune name. And I would give yourself some time beforehand to practice until you feel comfortable singing the name and singing the sound, singing that key note. When you sing, again, especially if this is your first time, I suggest that you sing in your natural voice. So don't try to achieve any high or low pitches or left or right pitches. I don't know if there's such things as that, but I'm sure there are. Diagonal pitch. Try and sing with your natural voice. It's much easier. So this is my speaking voice. So try and sing with your speaking voice. You don't need to try and sing high or low. Just sing with this voice like this. Ooh. Sing with your voice like this. It'll be much easier for you. You'll feel far more confident, and you're used to your own voice in this key, in this note. So use what you got. There you go. So for you to do your right, you need to find yourself a space where you can sit down and be comfortable and be undisturbed for about half an hour. Before you begin your right, spend a few moments relaxing, calming yourself, and getting rid of all that extraneous content in your mind. So the one thing you want to have in your mind during this rite is your intent, which is to fill yourself and your life full of the power of Wino, full of joy and happiness. You don't want to know about your bills. You don't want to be regretting that time when you pushed Bernard into the river and he got wet through. Or you don't want to be thinking in the future that festival you're going to because Annabelle with the dreadlocks is going to be there or whatever. You want to clear your mind of all that stuff. So give yourself some time to relax and calm your mind. If these thoughts come up, if these thoughts come to the fore of your mind while you're sat there relaxing, just don't engage with them. But acknowledge them and then let them go. So it's a thought about pie and chips. It's gone. Thank you very much. It's a thought about this new piece of work I'm doing. It's gone. What did Odin say when he gave Other to ask an Embla? Oh, move that away over there. Thank you very much. You can come back to all these later. This is not the time for those things. When you're doing your right, it's the time for your magic and it's the time for your intent and your will. So bring yourself to a focused state of mind and take a few deep breaths, as many as you want, when you want. There's no rules here. And use whatever ways you want to relax is absolutely fine with you. There are no rules about that either. I can give you some information on that other times if anyone's interested in learning how to relax to begin the rite. So take some time to relax yourself. And when you're ready, close your eyes, if your eyes aren't already closed. And looking into the vast infinite darkness inside your mind, start to envision Wino standing before you and glowing red. Wino standing before you and glowing red. A kind of blood red, life blood, life power. And when you're ready, with your mind focused on that image, with your mind focused on that powerful stave of happiness and joy, you begin to sing your runes. Now, I'd recommend, as this is your first time, just do what I did. Sing the 3 keynotes of the rune, then sing the name of the rune 3 times, then sing the three keynotes of the runes. I'd recommend you do this a number of times, maybe 9 times, or even longer if you feel that way inclined. If you've got the focus, sing it as long as you want. If you find it hard to focus and doing this kind of work, this magical work, this kind of a rite is new to you, then sing it 9 times. As you sing, try to feel the power of the rune and know why you are singing this. Why you are singing this. You're singing this to fill your life full of Wino, full of joy and happiness. So keep your mind focused on the intent. If any extraneous thoughts come up while you're singing, just, again, don't engage with them. Just acknowledge them and let them go and carry on. And don't worry about it. The worst thing you can do is worry about it. Don't get anxious. Oh, a thought came up. It's ruining it. So no, it hasn't. Fuck it off. You know, flick it off. It's a bit, thoughts are a bit like fish. They're a bit like goldfish, okay? You can either kind of, you're looking into the pond, like into the darkness inside your head, and a thought will pop up. Oh, hello. And you can either grab it, fish it, shove your net in and pull it out and investigate it and get to know it in an intimate and fishy kind of a way. Or you can let it go. And this is what you need to do when you're doing your magic. Thought pops up, goodbye, thank you very much. And let it go and don't think twice about it. So you sing your runes, spend your time. And when you've finished singing your runes, give you some time to feel that power. Give you some time to feel what you've manifested. Give yourself some time to feel the kind of rewards of your effort. And sit there and envision that rune. And feel its power, feel its might and main filling you full. And still looking at it in your mind's eye in the infinite darkness within. The infinite potentials of the mind. Looking at that rune, envisioning that rune, and then when you're ready, take a deep breath and envision that the rune expands and fills your whole body. It fills your whole body with its force. You don't have to see your whole body full of a rune. It just fills you full, and then it turns to it turns to the invisible force that sustains us all. Or is it invisible? That's another question for another time. Anyway, fill yourself full of that rune and give yourself some moments to feel the happiness and joy that you've just manifested through your magic. And then, when you're ready, finish your rite. I used to get up and have a bit of a stomp around. Have a bit of a stomp to bring myself back, ground myself fully in the physical world, in Midgard. Might be giving myself a bit of a slap on the old cheeks. And then make myself a brew, make myself a coffee, and that definitely grinds me. Eating and drinking and jumping around and like acknowledging and kind of interacting with the physical world is a really good way of grounding at any time. So then ground yourself and go off, enjoy your day, and take that beautiful rune stream of Wino and that happiness and joy and spread it around. Spread it around. It's really kind of infectious. Wino's a really infectious kind of rune stream. And it is beautiful in its infectiousness, in its ability to be infectious. So go around, go touch people, happiness and joy. I'm passing on my happiness and joy, and enjoy that power of Wino in your life. Now, you've just sung Wino. Fantastic, well done. You can give yourself a clap and a round of applause. If you don't do magic, you now do magic. If you don't sing runes, you now do sing runes. And what you can do now is, now you know how to sing Wino, you can do it as many times as you need. Do it. You can sing Wino whenever you feel like singing Wino. If you have a daily practice, like I have a daily practice of magic and meditation that I do every morning before I set out on my day, I highly recommend it to everybody. And if you do have a daily practice, Wino is a beautiful addition to that daily practice and will just set you off in the right frame anytime. It's also very good if you're feeling depressed, or if you're feeling angsty or angry, or if you're feeling confused, or just think happiness and joy. When do you need it? If you need it and you can't find any other way of infusing your life with that power, sing Wino. Take the time out and sing Wino. One of the important things to remember with magic, especially when you've been doing magic quite a while, when you become quite familiar with it, is that you can do magic and that you have the ability to transform your world in whatever way you so choose at any time. It's really easy to kind of go off and like you're in a depressed mood or you're feeling miserable because like you can only find a blue sock and a pink sock and they just don't go together on a sun's day, do they? It's so easy to forget to do your magic, but remind yourself, now I have Wino. It's like another tool in your life box. Now I have the ability to sing Wino. It's in my life box. When you need it, pull it out. Do it. Do it. Sing Wino. Sing Wino as much as you can and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed today's video. There's lots more practical magic things to come and other things as well. And thank you very much for joining me. Enjoy that happiness and joy in your life and I'll see you soon. Until then, hail Odin.